Patron, take them away.
And a warm welcome, guys. Hope you're well. What we're going to do today is we're going to be having a look at the Aroon indicator and see if we can put it to the test. Now, I'm doing a series of videos at the moment. You'll see them on the channel. We did it yesterday with the ADX. We're going to follow the same sort of format. And we're going to look at different markets. Now, I was kind of requested to look at the dollar index or the dollar basket, whatever it says on your broker. And I thought, well, why not? You know, we'll look at this. It's something different. It's, I'll tell you where that comes from. I run a Discord group and one of the guys says, oh, we'll put a testing market on for you. And I got a message this morning saying, look at this. So I thought, right, I'll do that. And I'll do it with the Aroon and see if it's feasible. So let's see if we can put this to the test. If you like this sort of stuff, do hit the subscribe button. Genuinely helps and motivates me to do more. But what do we see when we look at a chart like this? See, most people will come in and they'll go, right, I'm on an hourly chart. What do I do? I've got a bit of support and resistance here, you know, because you can see a swing point of sorts. See another one down there, there's another one there, there's another one here. You can say, well, there's order blocks in amongst this lot. There's lots of things you can see as a narrative, but sometimes it becomes a bit overwhelming. And I'm a big believer in keeping things as simple as possible. So where do you think you're going to get your first piece of information from? Well, if you're looking for a direction, which is what the Aroon can do, look at the daily. So we'll look at a daily chart and we'll go, right, okay, now we can see what's going on. It's been on a steady run up. It's had a bit of a pullback. It's failed to make a new high and it's failed again here. And now it's pushing down somewhat. All right, so that's a blank chart. And you'll be able to start seeing areas where you can start pulling out bits of attraction. Now, if you work on series of 3, there's one there. You got phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So I can put in some levels off this. Now, an easy way to do that, you can use daddy levels from the day before. You can use a fib. For this process, I'm going to use a fib. And I'm just going to put in thick lines based on what I can see. Okay, so this will now highlight these for me. All right, I like a fib because it works the ratios very well. Okay, so we'll do that. Put these into place. And what I'm looking to do at this point is trap the price. Right, the price is trapped because I can see it between 2 points of attraction, which is there. I now want a daily direction. Let's see what direction I'm going for the day. Well, if I pull up the Aroon, we're starting at the top. Looks a bit odd here. Now, the way it works, you've got the green, which is up, the red, which is down. Whichever is on the top will be the dominant direction. So if you look at it this way, we're going to put in some fills, just like so. This makes it a little bit nicer, and we're going to thicken that up, where it's now clearly telling you the market's moving down. There it is there. It works like an RSI. You've got bounded issues from a 0 to 100. So it's way above the 70, being above the 70, it's come back, and the pressure cross is here. So whoop, and then it's ready to come down. So there is your direction. So you are down. So all you need to do now is think, I'm looking for a short opportunity. Take it to the hour for the next part of the puzzle. Again, you need entry exits. Well, there's a strong drive. Okay. And this is not using any indicators. It's just using basic market structures with a direction and some key levels that we're about to put in. Okay. So I'm happy with that. Put that down onto there. I'm going to put these in blue because I'm happy with that, just like so. And what I'm looking to do is I'm now working in this single arena, you know, and I want to go from there into here, or maybe target into there if you want a short scalp. But you can take it a bit further if you want. You know, and think, well, if it breaks through, this is where it's going, and then further down into all of this lot. Nice and simple. All right. Now this is a very easy way to build a chart up without going into a full-blown markup. Nice and simple. Okay. Right. Now I've got these areas of attraction. I can drop it down into 5 minutes to sort of see where we can maybe get in. Now, if you are just using the Aroon on its own, you could flick it back on. And you can sort of think to yourself, right, okay, I want this to stay red. Well, it is red. So I'm happy. So at this point, you can go, well, I'm going to maybe buy it here or sell it here rather, because we're on a sell. Or you can do count back. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a plateau there and the low points here. So really, you want to be under there following up. So this is me just coming straight into market. So we're going to sell it. We're going to let the price come to us. Just like so. So put an order on. Put that there. Just get rid of that Aroon. I don't really need it no more. And then we're going to have a look to see where this can go. So we're looking, well, there's like an 8 pip scalp into there. Okay, based on this. So it's actually, that's the low, kind of about there. We'll leave it there. And then we'll give it something to move to. Right, we're in the market now. So we're going to set our target roughly around this area. But now what we can do, we have clear markers where else. Now we've entered the market, we can have clear points of attraction to average in. One here, and then you could put some up there if you want to the top of this swing. Okay. And then if you're sort of averaging on a basis of 5 and you're going from this point to that point, okay, well, so up there would be your last entry point. There was your sort of first entry point. That means there's your halfway mark, okay? Why is that important? Because you want to work to a 1-to-1 based on, or a greater than 1-to-1 based on your third entry point, or your stage back entry point, which is here. So if my stop is just up here somewhere, which it will be, I'll just draw a little grey area in so you can kind of see where it would go. So you don't really want the price to go beyond this point. Okay. Now there are ways to measure this out and put it in properly, and that's where your money's made. You find that inside the Scruffy Squad, but this is kind of a rough idea. And then if you're looking at your risk reward, I'm not big on risk reward, I don't like it at all. But if that's my third entry into a stop area and I pull that down, as you can see, the risk reward is huge at that point. Okay. But then what it also gives you at the same time, if you're going from your point of entry to roughly where your third entry is, it works out 1-to-1 that way. Okay, I know it sounds a bit odd, but if you're getting in here and you're checking out at this point, that part is 1-to-1. All right, so it's 1-to-1 from there to there, and then from there to there is your chicken out point. Okay, it's break even, and it'll pay off the losses and get you out. It's just a strange way of doing it, but I explain that a lot more with the squad because it goes in quite in depth. But basically, you're always looking at a 50-50 point of view. Okay, and it works for me. Simple stuff. We'll play this out and I'll come back to you when the trade's over. Okay guys, I've just had an alert on my phone to say that it's gone through the level and triggered. So let's have a look at it. Let's have a coffee first though, bloody hell. Whew. The trouble with a townhouse like this is, I'm up in the gods and you got to go all the way up the stairs when you're downstairs. It's terrible. 2 flights of stairs. It's too much for Scruffy. But as the chart's too much for Scruffy. Yeah, it's pulled it out. It's hardly gone against us. We did have checkpoints. What you got to remember with the dollar basket is it does have quite a large spread. So we targeted here, so it actually had to get down to here in order to hit the target. So has it made any money? Yes, it has. And it's added a little bit extra. And just as kind of point of reference, what you're looking at here, I took a royal bath yesterday on the Aussie dollar. I still think I was kind of right, but I got in way too early and it tanked me. So can't win them all the time, guys. You can't win it all the time, but you can follow the process all the time and then work to it. Now, if we're looking at this, you'll see stalled bang on the level, bang on the level, bang on the level, and then it's coming back. This is why I pay very close attention to the levels, because ultimately, if you've road mapped your chart correctly, the rest of the job becomes relatively simple. And you just need basic tools to help. Now, the way I've just done it there is a very, very simple process. You're using a daily bias based on a key indicator. This happened to be the Aroon today, which could tell us the direction of the day. We used the market structure to mark it out. And then from those marks and the market structure, we could figure out roughly where we would like to place our orders and also place stops, etc. So if that helps, do hit the subscribe button. Put your recommendations down below for any further indicators to check out. And I'll do my best to help. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.